So we've covered a couple of quite interesting challenges that's facing the pharma industry, and clearly some of the outsource providers are key to solving some of those challenges. You've obviously been in discussions with a number of companies over the years. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the discussions that you've had and what you plan to do about it? What solutions might be on offer?
First and foremost, we still maintain the traditional fee-for-service model because that will continue to be a large part of the industry. However, when we are problem solving and listening to the different challenges the industry has, those challenges sort of segregated themselves into a couple different offerings that we came up with. So the first is a dedicated facility. We heard many times from our clients that we want to shut down a part of our own network. We want to transfer those products over, but we want to maintain complete control. So we'd like our own facility within your network. And so we've built dedicated facilities for our clients. We'll continue to do that. We see a lot of interest in that offering. Second to that is basically a similar concept, slightly less capital. We could do basically a dedicated facility that can be shared by a few customers that have very similar demands. It's a more efficient way for them to access the capacity but not have as much of the capital burden that they would have building a dedicated facility for their own purpose. And as we move down the continuum, less capital would be to utilize our network as it exists. So we may have a company that comes to us and says, we want this much sterile capacity, and we'd like you to offer that to us. And we look across our network. We have sterile capacity in various locations across the globe, and we can assure them access to a certain amount of capacity. We call that a global network access model.
Yeah.
Lastly, from a facility standpoint, is our condo model. The condominium model is really a dedicated facility that's purpose-built for a very specialized technology or process that there's no market solution for currently. So the client would typically come with their own process equipment that's very unique and bespoke to that particular process.
Yeah.
And we would construct a facility for that within our own infrastructure. It's a much more efficient way for them to move forward as opposed to building their own brick and mortar somewhere.
So I mentioned earlier we're in Swindon at one of Patheon's facilities, and in fact we had a chance to tour around one of the condo style suites that you have here, which is Pacira's. Can you tell me a little bit about that example and why it's here in Swindon?
Yeah, of course. No, it's really an exciting one for us, and one of the early condos that we successfully put together in partnership with Pacira. So this opportunity classically fits what the condo model was designed to support. A very unique process technology. It's actually more than a product, it's a platform. So Pacira can actually launch ultimately multiple products within this platform. The industry didn't have a ready-made solution for what they were looking for. And it really nicely fit in based on relationship, and partnering with them. We were able to sit down together and talk about how this facility should come together. Again, our engineering expertise was supportive of the process. We do know how to build facilities.
Sure.
And so it's really been a great experience. It's great to see the facility up and running. But it really classically was a need that fit this condo model because it was almost an unmet need from a manufacturing standpoint.
Great. Just to sort of wrap up, before you said that one of the main comments from the pharma industry that there are too many suppliers. Mm-hmm. That's a challenge for Patheon. How is Patheon positioning itself for the future so they can be one of those providers?
Yeah, so we've focused really intently over the last 5-6 years on constructing the company really to be a supply chain solution provider. So we've brought pieces of technology into the company. We've acquired companies that have brought technology, that have brought capacity in certain geographies to build basically an end-to-end solution provider capable of delivering drug substance, drug product from early development all the way through commercialization. I think that more business will be funneled to companies that are capable of doing this because the scale makes sense and it's highly efficient. I think there'll be a lot of pressure in the industry on the smaller providers who are not getting their fair take because companies are directing more of their spend towards broadly capable companies.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Joe. It's been a real
my pleasure.
Real pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.